opponent, Pat Doherty of Croydon, has fought for the British title unsuccessfully. That was back in January 1986. We showed it on Fight Night. He's been improving under new management recently. It's an official eliminator for the British super featherweight title, currently held by Floyd Havard of Wales. It's scheduled for 10 3-minute rounds.
Seconds out, round one.
So Najib Daho back in action again, been out for a year against Pat Doherty of Croydon. He made a couple of attempts to come in at 9 stone 3 3/4, but this is made at 9 stone 4, the super featherweight division now, and an eliminator for the championship, which is held by Floyd Havard. He's so unpredictable, isn't he, Najib Daho? The man who knocked out or stopped Pat Caldell in the first round and then lost the replay, and that was his last contest. And strange enough, Pat Caldell has been in the audience tonight, but sitting in a safe seat now, happy in his retirement. He must be in good shape, Jim. 9'2 1/2", Daho. That's the sort of weight that he's good at.
Yeah, well, he certainly looks in good shape, and a nice sharp start from him. I always look forward to watching Daho. You always know something's going to happen. An exciting fighter.
Born up there in the mountains of Morocco, but very much a Mancunian now. Been here since 1974. Mickey Van, the referee from Pudsey. Gets plenty of action, Pat Doherty, and he'll need to with Daho, because he welcomes people standing there trading. So a fairly sharp opening round by both concerned, really, but particularly Daho, as we know, has not always been the greatest trainer in the world, according to his manager, but Jack Trickett seems to be able to inspire him a bit on his better nights. Well, he's getting on a bit, 29. He claims he's a year younger, and well, he was there at the time. Maybe he was right, as I say. That's it. He lost his last one to Pat Caldell, but considering he's been a year out, he certainly looked pretty sharp in that opening round. 54 fights altogether. Round 4, and it's turned into a really hard, slugging match, this one. Toe-to-toe this time, aren't they, Jim? They're not looking to hide at all, or hold.
Yeah, it's been a cracker all the way through, but Daho has chosen to try and do it the hard way, and I don't know if it's going to pay off for him. He should have been trying to use his speed and the good long punches we've seen him throw so often in the past, but he stood his ground all the way through, driven himself forward, but that really suits Doherty. And I would imagine Doherty can last longer in this kind of fight than Daho can.
And they seem to have staunched that cut around Doherty's left eye, okay? Sometimes seconds need a round or two for them to work on it, and so far it stayed well. Sinks those punches to the body well, Doherty. Maybe he's heard maybe that Daho's not the greatest stayer in the world. Well, it depends what kind of fight he's in before you say that about him. He had too rough customer there with Barry Michael for the IBF Championship, and then of course the smart Pat Cowdell. But Doherty's really stamped his authority at this part.
I think Daho has wasted too much energy on big wild punches that were landing in elbows on the top of the heads in the first couple of rounds. And he's beginning to feel the pace a little bit now. And this fight really suits Doherty a lot more than Daho, this type of fight.
Oh, what a bang up. It really is a hard one, this. Very grueling.
Complete control of the fight now. Oh, nice. No.
As I said, he fought the John Doherty for that championship, and it went 12 rounds back in '86. And they're still putting that bit of adrenaline swab there, Gary Davidson needs to. But so far they've staunched it well. Jim?
Yeah, well, really, I don't think I've seen a harder round for a long time. Both really forgetting about defence, just getting the punches going. But for me, Daho is boxing the wrong fight. He's not paying enough attention to defence, getting too involved, and it really is suiting Doherty. But hard all the way through.
Seconds out. Round 5.
Into the 5th round. Just making sure they're out of the corner, and the stool got jammed there, the swing stool. So it's really been a hard slog now for this eliminator to challenge eventually. They hope the Welshman Floyd Havard for the championship. There's a bit sharper boxing there, Jim. Maybe he's heard you there, Daho, eh?
Yeah, but I think he should have done it earlier when he had all his strength about him. It's going to be difficult now to change in the middle of a fight like this, find the strength and get the mobility back into the legs, because they really have used up a lot of steam already.
Being out of the ring for a year, Jim, plays havoc with the body, I suppose, and no matter how hard they train or don't train, it's when you get into the ring, that's when you know, eh?
Yeah, you never know until you get in there, but Daho certainly looks in good shape. He's come in nice and light, which is a good sign. He hasn't struggled to make the weight, so I would imagine he must have got himself in shape and plenty of time for this fight, and he is in good shape. But it's been a tremendous pace all the way through, and a lot of power in all the punches right from the first round, and that takes its toll on you.
minute to go in the 5th. And this is not wild slugging, you know. They're picking punches pretty good, these two.
Yeah, these are good punches. Both, again, Daho maybe not just paying enough attention to defence. Doherty trying to keep his elbows down and keep his chin tucked in, where Daho is maybe that little bit looser. And I don't know if that's maybe going to be the difference here.
The well-known Manchester saying, "Come on, Naj," for Daho. Very appreciative crowd here at Oldham too. They're certainly getting their money's worth because these fellas are giving it okay. So he's just been nicked around the... Well, no, it's a swelling, in fact, that trainer Daniels is smoothing away there.
Second round, round 6.
6th round, and it really has been non-stop punching. And a little bit of quality too, going with the hard stuff. It looks as though he's thumbing away something in his eye there, Doherty, in the left eye. Probably a little bit of Vaseline left in there, Jim, or knocked in there.
Yeah, either that, maybe the side of the glove caught him. Daho come out with some sharp punches straight away there. But a couple of times in the past we've questioned Daho's desire, but there's certainly no question tonight. He certainly wants to win.
It's not easy for the local heroes, Jim, is it? The next morning, what happened to you, Najib, if you should lose? It must get on their nerves a little bit when they don't do it all right. Doherty getting a bit untidy suddenly, Jim, this round.
Yeah, Doherty seems to want to drop the pace that little bit. I don't know if it's just maybe the first minute of the round and he tends coming crashing back, because Daho does start every round fast. I don't know if maybe Doherty wants to just lay back the first minute and come back in the second 2 minutes. He's dropped the pace, but no doubt he'll start coming back now.
Well, we're into the last minute, so we'll find out now. As you say, he's left it a bit late to come back, Doherty, but he's done it with... This is Daho's round, Jim.
Yeah, definitely. Daho's been the busier all the way through, better punches, far higher work rate. He really is in good shape tonight, Daho.
Few bruises of battle there. Yeah, let's have a look at Doherty's corner as well, where it is. And again, dabbing away there. Dig deep and work, said Gary Davidson.
You understand, you must work here, I promise you. There's no more fights after this goes wrong, you understand that? All right, buddy? Come on, you can pull it out, no problem.
Well, that's telling them no more fights after this. If this goes wrong,
Get the ump with yourself, get up and do it.
Seconds out. Round 7.
round 7. And really, Pat Doherty been steamed up there by manager Davidson. There's no fights after this if you lose this one, and he's really coming out to try and take it now to Doherty.
This is where Daho needs a tighter defence than the one he normally uses, because he takes far too many chances, and if Doherty starts storming towards him, he's going to have to cover up a bit more.
Bloodied around the nose now, Daho. Or is it from the mouth, Jim? It could well be. I think both.
Yeah, but there's some blood coming down from the nose. His mouth may be cut as well.
It's a hard old game, I tell you. People say, are they getting well paid? Well, they're getting reasonably paid, I hope, and they deserve every penny of it. I think he might be flagging a bit, Daho, Jim. I never underestimate his guts. But the mouth's been open a bit, hasn't it?
Well, he has set a tremendous pace all the way through, and he got caught with some stiff punches right at the beginning of this round. So obviously the pace is beginning to tell that little bit. He chose to do it the hard way, and now he's reached the hard stage.
Minute to go in the 7th. Oh, what a slugging match this is. You know, you hear the old-timers always saying fights are not what they used to be, Jim. Well, I go back far enough, I don't admit it. And really, they weren't that much better than this, you know. They underestimate these youngsters today.
No, I don't think you'll see much better than this, Reg. Daho looked as though he was ready to go over, and he come back with a tremendous punch and taking control again.
I mean, what a battle this is on the ropes like this. Well, we're only into the first season of Fight Night, and we're already getting contenders for Fight of the Year. Well, the old-fashioned nobbins fight. Whenever I've seen one, this is one. And I think they should throw fivers in the ring, not coins. Oh, what a battle. It's time even for commentators to take a breather. Jim, this really is tremendous action now as we watch it all over again here.
What a round that was. It looked as though Daho was maybe finally feeling the pace and didn't have much left, but he just grit his teeth, dug deep, and come back with some more of the same. That was a tremendous round, the hardest round of the fight, and I think it may hinge on who has the better powers of recovery, because that round must have taken an awful lot out of both these men.
Seconds out. Round 8.
Round 8. And I'm not saying that, well, they took so much out of themselves in the 8th now. It's a question of imposing not only the will, but the strength. And which one can come up on top now? Just marked under the right eye now. The seconds have done a good job there, staunching Pat Doherty's cut around the left eye, but he's swollen, not surprisingly, around the right. Meanwhile, Daho's nose and I think mouth is blooded. And they're the jabs that are doing it when Doherty gets those two. They really are almost ramrod left hands. Don't pull on. Well, a little bit of desperation. That's how Daho fights. That's the one I was saying, that when he jabs in with that, that's a hurtful blow. And the referee trying to tidy it up a little bit now, because there's a bit of tiredness creeping in, obviously, and bumping of heads. That's the difference, I think, with the Olympic and amateur referees and pros. The pros try to encourage the fight rather than interfere with it too much. And the crowd now really on their feet here as Daho tries yet once again to turn it on with a minute to go in the 8th round of a scheduled 10. And this is some battle. You always have the great desire, Jim, after a contest like this to shake the hands of both of them and say, "You'll do for me, son."
Yeah, well, we're seeing some display of courage here from both boys. I think now Daho will be wishing he'd maybe paced himself better in the early rounds and instead of going out looking for the quick knockout, because it was never really on the cards with an opponent like Doherty. But this is really hard stuff now, but full credit to both men, especially Daho, who's the one who's still pushing and driving himself forward.
Well, I tell you, just as well they've abandoned the 15 rounds course. I'm not sure that, well, they might stay the distance, but I'm not sure either manager could there. They're both bags of nerves, I would think. And they're still just dabbing that adrenaline pad on Doherty's eye, but they've kept that under control well. And there it is, the swelling on the right.
No, I make the same. We've got 6 minutes. We've got a punch for 6 minutes, kid. You understand? Let's go, Pat. This is the big one, mate. 6 minutes. You can do this, I promise you. He's dead.
Seconds out. Round 9.
So there you are, lovely Cockney tones from Davidson as we come out for round 9. I promise you, he says to Pat Doherty, that you've got 6 minutes now to do this. That's the sort of thing that Angelo Dundee, of course, had to Sugar Ray Leonard, didn't he? Gave him the time. Well, I don't think Daho's quite that dead, as they say in boxing terms. How have you got it now, Jim? We've been so interested in seeing such a good battle.
A little clash of heads here,
Yeah,
Reg, and Daho's cutting the forehead.
Cut right up on the forehead there.
He's complaining about the clash of heads.
He wants the corner man to wipe it and have a look at it. They won't call the doctor here. This is not a championship fight. And that was, they ran into each other there. It wasn't a deliberate butt, I'm sure. And in the start of the 9th round, he's had to stop it, Mickey Van, and he must have had good reason to do so. Manager promoter Trickett there is not arguing. And the referee's explaining now to Daho, well, I had to do it. It's in a dangerous position up there, or it's a deep one. And I must say that was a very unfortunate ending to, well, one of the hardest fights that I've seen in a long time. Jim, let's see if we can catch that now as they come in.
Yeah, well, it certainly seemed like a clash of heads. I feel so sorry for Daho because I thought he was in front. I thought he had a couple of rounds in hand, actually. He was always the busier of the two. But just as they move in, there it goes. Definitely a clash of heads. And as soon as it happens, you can see Daho ready to show out to the referee. Terrible bad luck for Daho.
But it didn't look deliberate. It was an accidental clash because he dropped his head as well, Daho. That's why he got caught.
No, I don't reckon it was deliberate. It was that kind of fight all the way through. But I'd say it's a real stroke of good luck for Doherty because I reckon Daho had a couple of rounds in hand.
Daho very unlucky there, but he is, you know, always being warned for the use of his head. So that's it, a cracking bill here at Oldham. We hope for a similar one at Hartlepool next Tuesday when we return with Fight Night.